Welcome back, everybody. I'm brewing with Ben, only we're drinking beer today, not brewing it. So told everybody I'd be doing a follow-up video with my last one with the experiment for the albino monkey white ale. So this is what I got. We're gonna go through and obviously I've tasted all these. We're going to go through it together, and I'll just kind of take some notes and, just on camera. And so we'll go from there. I meant to do this sooner. Obviously, a lot going on in the world right now. I'm not going to go too far into that because that's not what this is about. But here we are, so we're going to go through this. So this is the albino monkey white ale. It's brewed here in Fredericksburg, Virginia. So to bring you back off the previous video, trying to make a clone brew of this albino monkey, and there's not a clone recipe online, so I decided to just go for it. I've never done a clone brew before, or an attempt at a clone brew, so I kind of shot in the dark. I am off in tasting notes. I am off, but not by much. I think another couple iterations of brewing this, and I'm gonna be really close. So to bring you through it again, took just a straight wheat malt bill. Added all the stuff that is brewed with the albino monkey. I'm going to split between 4 batches. So I have a Trappist high gravity yeast, a Belgian Abbey yeast, a French Saison, and then a White Labs Belgian Saison yeast. So to go back to it, again, my tasting notes off of this. And this was from before. I'll probably hit it again here, but alcoholic, had a Belgian funk, kind of tart, not plum, but real subtle, slightly sweet. It's got a subtle spice to it. It's very clean, and good bitterness to it. It's not creamy, slightly dry. So with that, I mashed at 148. I think that is 100% right. I think I nailed the yeast. I think this is actually a Belgian Saison. The Abbey is close. It still could be the Belgian Abbey, but I think it's a Saison. So you see here, obviously on color, I'm off. I'm definitely a lot lighter. I want to say the SRM on this was like 3 or a 4, just a straight wheat beer. Literally the same malt bill for a Blue Moon clone, which is kind of like the basis off of this. I went with the same coriander additions and everything. Looking at this, I obviously got to get some more color in there, and tasting this, God, it's a incredible beer. There's so much happening in the beer, and they pull it off perfectly. Really good. So in tasting between my beers and this has definitely got more body to it. There's more happening, and I think with the the color being off, there's definitely some type of a Cara addition. I was thinking Cara wheat, but tasting this, I'm not getting a lot of wheat flavor, where I'm getting a lot more out of these. And also too, so I went with 5 pounds of Pilsner, 3 pounds of wheat, and then just a half a pound of Vienna. Definitely getting a lot more wheat out of this than I am in that, so I'm going to back off on my wheat addition to get the color. I don't think it's a Cara wheat. I think it's like a Cara Vienna or a Cara Munich. I've actually already redesigned this. I think I'm going to do like a Cara 40 or maybe a Cara 60 edition and see where that puts me. And definitely needs more white pepper and coriander, so I've upped those as well. Something that the Belgian Saison yeast really complements really well is white pepper and peppery flavor. So again, I think that's actually the yeast could be the Abbey, but we'll see what happens with this next iteration. So as I move forward, I will go ahead and I'm adding my care addition. I'm going to bump that up a little bit, backing down, replacing a pound of wheat with a pound of Cara. I'm going to increase my white pepper and my coriander additions, and then I'm just going to go with the Belgian Saison yeast. I guess maybe if I want to get crazy, I'll split it again and do the Abbey and the Saison. So we'll go through and taste these, because that's why you guys are here, not just to listen to me talk, but here I am on a Saturday afternoon drinking beer. It's a terrible way to live. So we'll start with the Trappist. Again, I'm not getting all the notes with this. There's a lot more. There's not more aromas in this beer. But this is still excellent. Every single one of these is like an incredible lawnmower beer. I do get the coriander and the white pepper, but it's very subdued. The Trappist strain, they call it a good house blend for a wheat beer, and it's just that. It's the best way I could describe it is if you took like a Belgian strain, but it had like the clean characteristics of like a 1056 or a California ale yeast with white labs. That's what it is. It's just it kind of has the qualities of a wheat beer, but they're very subdued. So still, again, very tasty beer. So we'll go in. So this is going to be the Belgian Abbey yeast. Again, still not getting a lot of aroma. The Belgian Abbey, again, still definitely adds more to it. There's a lot more coming through in the flavor of the beer. Just like I've mentioned before, the Belgian strains add so much to a beer. You could, well, really with any yeast, but with wheat beers, I think it complements it even more. Like you can change a yeast and come out with almost a completely different beer just by the yeast strain. Kind of creamy. The wheat, obviously. Definitely taste the coriander and the pepper. Again, not really there with the aroma. I'm still not getting that kind of like alcoholic flavor. It is kind of sweet though, which is good. I can taste the honey coming through. Not as much as with this. I think that honey and Cara addition, along with everything else, really pulls together well. So we'll see on the next iteration. I'm trying to brew it here as soon as possible. So now we go to the French Saison. Can't really describe the nose on that. It's almost more tart. So definitely taste the wheat. It's delicious. Again, all these are excellent, like easy drinking beers. I think if you threw a party, like any one of these would be a hit. Even for somebody that doesn't really get into craft beers, I think it would be a really nice, clean, easy beer for them to drink. What I get with the French Saison yeast is it's kind of champagne-y. That's I don't know how else to describe it, but kind of champagne-y. It's got this really unique sweetness to it. I don't think it's because it didn't ferment out or anything. It's just that's the quality of the yeast. It's still just absolutely delicious. Coming back to the albino monkey, definitely alcoholic nose on it. So much more than with these. And I'll get to the Saison here in a second, but in looking at the color of this, and then being the fact that I've already tasted the Belgian Saison, I'm not trying to give you a spoiler here, but I really think this is more of a Saison recipe, even though they call it a white ale. If this has got wheat in it, which I do think it does, but I think it's like a pound or 2 pound tops, because I'm not really tasting that as much. When I designed this clone brew, it was kind of just a shot in the dark. It's like, hey, I'll just kind of throw a white ale, I'll throw a wheat malt bill at it and just see where I land. I was mainly concerned with trying to get my coriander and white pepper additions, and then also nail the yeast, by splitting with the 4. So we'll come into the Belgian Saison here. So much more comes through on that. Definitely get more of the pepper flavor, which the yeast kind of adds to that, and that might be literally like all it is, or maybe, again, it is the Belgian Saison yeast, and that's what they use in there. So coming back to this, guys, this is delicious beer. I don't know if they ship outside this area, but if you like wheat beers, this is one you definitely should try. I'm not trying to, I ended up doing advertising for them, but it's really good. Yeah. Definitely higher carb levels too, which I mean most wheat beers are, just by the mouthfeel of it. Incredible beer. The other additions with this was we did a lemon peel, dry lemon peel, which I've never brewed with before. Obviously had the white pepper. Also had, they mentioned orange peel, so my assumption with that is that it's going to be a bitter orange peel and then like a sweet lemon peel to complement each other. I think it's really close. Again, I think as I dial in the SRM of it, the care is going to give it that extra body, probably carve it up just a little bit more. I'm going to try the Belgian Saison yeast, might split it with the Abbey again just to see, but I do think it is the Belgian Saison. I know I was really hardcore on the Belgian Abbey when I was brewing this, but so that's my taste test. I'm going to enjoy myself as I drink through all of these here after I turn the camera off, and of course continue on with this. Feel free to comment if you got any questions or anything, or want to chime in. Maybe you have some input that I'm not thinking of or anything, which would be great. It's community. So I love making beer, brewing beer. Hopefully you took something away. Thanks for watching. If you like videos like this, please hit like and subscribe, and you'll see me again brewing another batch of beer.